Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 again, and today we are back for another brand new episode of the Spfl show. Please, is it working? Can somebody check right now, are we working? Because I don't know if you guys are watching today's video or not, but it feels like I've done this intro a couple times now. Maybe doing it again in a couple of minutes.
Oh, wait, I think that's us. We're
Hey,
on the air.
We're
That's
live,
us.
lads.
Right, we're actually
Come on.
There we
Right,
go.
gentlemen, get
We're on
to
the
it.
air.
Right, run YouTube. Thank you.
There we
Low
go.
energy to start off with.
Aye.
So, apologies about the messy start to this stream and also last week's madness, but we are back with the SPFL show. It should be a lot smoother sailing now. And as always, the guests are here as regulars. Sharpdiv himself, the brother in blue. How's things, mate?
They're going great, mate. This is like the most YouTube thing in history. It's like the retakes after you've tried to say a word and then you fucked up. So this is what I did the first time. Things are going great, mate. It's going absolutely class.
And then see that wee bit we done about like meeting Ryan, Jack and Trap? That was brilliant. If only they saw it. If only.
If only.
Had to be there.
Alright, Goggsy, it's not your fucking turn yet, eh? Right, we'll just go to Ryan 118 now, mate. How's your weekend going?
Hello again. I don't even know. I feel like my brain is mashed potato at this point. You know, we've done this twice now. I'm good, and I'll make the same joke. It's certainly better than Goggsy's weekend anyway.
Hey,
there we go.
Still worked.
There we go.
And the Maverick himself, I'll give you the same introduction because you deserve it, Goggsy. You really do. Look at you. You're holding your DJ mic. You're ready to drop some football knowledge. How's things, bro?
Oh, it feels like Groundhog Day, mate.
You should have called him Goggsy 118 again.
I know. Ken, I feel like that joke's fell
I'm
now.
absolutely smashing. It's good to be back. Let's just get through that.
Just get to some football news. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's a really, really tin pot start to the second episode, but hopefully the show will get better. And as always, Sharpdiv himself's going to be in charge of the comments. So if you're firing your opinions or donations, everything, Div will read them out and give you a wee shout. But with the new YouTube laws, I can't do it because I've got to stream just my screen only, or you'll see all my porn pop up. So we need to just keep the screen right here.
Brutal honesty. That's what we need.
Hey, Ryan, is Ryan still got the stream up? Because if Ryan does, that would be ideal for him to keep an eye on it as well.
I do have the stream up.
It's not the
a good thing for him.
The chat's not loading for me.
The chat, that is because apparently the chat is disabled. The stream. So this week we have no crowd interaction, but you know what, we're still here. If you need this, tweet us. If you have questions, tweet any of us. We'll try and answer.
YouTube!
Don't know what YouTube are playing at.
I fucking hate YouTube.
Honestly, YouTube is killing our souls, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to speak about the very first game of football. And while you do that, I'll jump on my phone and try to fix yet another error from YouTube. So Ryan, which game would you like to pick with me?
Well, as I previously tried to decide before we were knocked off the air, I'm going to start off with the result which caught every single one of us out. None of us predicted even the result would sway this way. I'm going to go for Hamilton versus Kilmarnock, where Kilmarnock yet again continuing what has been quite a rocky start to the season last week, missing out on any points with a late winner for Rangers, and this week just completely embarrassed, you could say, by Hamilton with that result. Now, I wouldn't say the scoreline reflected exactly how things went down between Kilmarnock and Hamilton, but Kilmarnock will be wondering where do they go now? Is it bye Kilmarnock, as you put in the title? As Stevie Clark
Did you know
left, has Stevie Clark's departure from Kilmarnock ruined their season already? Big questions to be asked, but not an impressive performance from Kilmarnock nonetheless.
Perfect. Devaniel?
Aye, pretty much what you says there. I think that although stats look like Kilmarnock did dominate the game in terms of shots and possession and all that sort of stuff, they didn't really start getting a grips on the game until Brian Easton almost took a guy's head off. If it wasn't for that serious assault, then I think Hamilton would have probably uncomfortably won it, because Kelly weren't doing nothing. I think that they still have time to go and strengthen. They're seriously missing some sort of creativity in the middle. We're losing Jordan Jones. Obviously, Stuart was earlier, but especially Jordan Jones. Brophy, he's going to need to start stepping up. Some of the bigger profile players are going to need to start stepping up. But in terms of Hamilton, we never saw it happening. Is the young boy that scored the first goal, set up the second boy, Smith, is he the second Dougie Imrie. I don't know. I'll let you decide that one.
We need to jump on the new Dougie Imrie bandwagon. I suppose that is what we have to replace this season. And who knows? It could be this. Could be this young chap.
It could be indeed. And to be fair, see that guy, he should really have 2 goals. Like Oakley stole that off his fit. Let's be brutally honest. That's gone in. That's brutal. That's Harry Kane-esque stuff from Oakley there, stealing that goal from. But I was actually very impressed with him all day. I thought he was a constant threat. The only thing I would say is Chris Burke, should probably have 6 assists. Like, did you see the crosses that man was putting in? How many chances were missed? That guy must be absolutely raging.
I've just realised there's a reason Goggsy has just disappeared off the face of the earth.
It's Goggsy.
Is Goggsy still alive?
I think he's gone. I think he's
gone. His Wi-Fi is finally. Oh yes, he's just gone.
That's him. He's disappeared. We'll continue.
That is superb.
He's gone.
Oh, I love the YouTube loss. Fantastic.
Anyway, Kilmarnock have a lot to pick up. That is the main story from this match. I mean, I do have faith this new manager can do something with them. I don't believe it's really early. There's two games into the season. Kilmarnock have a lot of time to pull things back together, but I think, as Div has already touched on, there's a lot of places to do it. And now they're going to be in trouble.
Returned.
Greg Taylor looks like he could be off coming to Celtic. That's going to be another big loss for Kilmarnock. They need to spend some more money in this window, I'd imagine, and they just need to get to grips with the new manager, the new style, and maybe they'll climb back to the top half. But right now, look mad.
So, Dev, would you say you're worried about them, or do you think they're going to bounce back?
I don't think they're going to really bounce back. I think they won't get in the top 6. I think they'll struggle this year. But it depends. They still have time to go out and get somebody in. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think they should look to do that. I think they should look to go out and try and get somebody that can give more service to Brophy, because although Buck was putting good crosses into the box, a lot of them were corners, and you would want your centre-halves to do better, whereas Brophy, I think, needs just a wee bit better service. So they still have time maybe to turn that around, but it's not looking good for Angelo, is it? It's not looking good at all.
The thing is, they've got a manager who seems like he can, attract some players. I mean, they managed to get that boy on loan for Juventus, a goalkeeper. If they can manage to loan in players for teams like Juventus, I imagine there are other few teams maybe around Italy or just around Europe would be willing to loan in. So maybe they've got time towards the end of the window to sign some players.
What about you, Goggsy? How are you feeling about Kilmarnock? Are you worried about them?
I'm worried for them. I just don't see anything.
I just loved it because you're like, nah, I didn't care about them, but I'm worried for them. Like, for them. I like that, mate. On you go. Carry on.
Yeah. No, I just don't see anything coming positive of this, the team dynamic to the management. Like, I think Alessio doesn't know the league enough, and I think he maybe underestimated Hamilton on Saturday.
Could be, yeah.
But yeah, that's all I've got to add.
I mean, it screams to me like an Ian Cathro appointment again. Do you know what I mean? He's an untested manager. I think he had one managerial spell, and it was years and years ago. He's always been the assistant. So it was a bit hit or miss. It doesn't look great at all. And then to touch on the point you made as well, Ryan, about him attracting big players. I don't really see him doing that. I mean, the Juve players are under 23. Juve players have not done anything. You go to the lower leagues, like Falkirk last year, get a boy for Chelsea on loan. Do you know what I mean?
No, that doesn't work out well at all.
Not at all in the slightest, no.
So time will tell, but big credit to Hamilton, who just demolished them, didn't they? They just battered them.
Well, that's what I was going to rebound back to, is we can all talk about Kilmarnock and how poor they're playing, but you've got to give Hamilton a lot of credit. They absolutely were in control of that match until, like what you said, they're a mad red card challenge.
Embarrassing.
That was just that's serious people if they come to the league. That's what kind of challenge that is, because that's a leg breaker. And it was just a horrific challenge. But apart from that, a lot of moment of madness. I was very, very impressed with Hamilton. Even their goalkeeper, who made a couple of saves late on in the game as well. One where he tipped Power's volley at the bar as well. Fantastic overall performance for them.
And Kelly were playing against a 10-man Hamilton for the 54th minute, and they weren't able to really lay a dent on them at all.
No,
so
strikes for outside the box mostly, wasn't it?
Aye. Struggling.
Perfect. Right, we'll go to you, Goggs, then as we're working our way over to the left-hand side. Which game would you like to speak about and break down for us?
Ryan, shall we just get over with it?
Go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah, well, let's talk about Motherwell 2, Celtic 5 then.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to go another avenue, but
Nah, I'm in the mood to get this over and done with because it's all I've been talking about the last 48 hours. So from the top,
There we go.
Motherwell took a deserved lead in 13 minutes through Liam Donnelly's strike outside the box. However, Celtic replied instantly as Ayer ghosted into the box and megged Gillespie to make it one each. The goal meant nothing to our performance though, because I thought we dominated for the rest of the half, and then we just gave away a stupid free kick on the edge of the box, and Griffiths does what he does best and finds that wee gap between the wall and the next Motherwell player and puts it through. And I think the keeper's got to be blamed for that goal, because he started moving over to the right. It seemed like he didn't trust his wall. So it just seemed like Gillespie, after last week, Gillespie's gone from amazing to absolute dog meat.
I know. I mean, Team of the Week player last week. Right.
I know.
man makes one mistake and he's dug me.
Fuck it. Goggsy's getting a lynch mob.
His standards are high.
Honestly, his distribution
it was poor.
the whole game.
Yeah.
It was very poor. Anyway, as the second half started, Motherwell's performance, we went from like Barcelona to Wick Academy in the space of 20 minutes. Like we were just completely terrible. It must have been down to, I don't know, fitness or whatever. People come up with many excuses for our terrible second half performance, but we started to get back into the game after bringing on Devante Cole, and then 5 minutes later, we just let Celtic pass the ball about us outside our box, and then they just find their man every time. And we've got 7 players in the box, and nothing can be stopped for Forest strike. So that was 3-1, game over. And then, Ryan, what do you make of the handball?
Well, do you know what? I'm trying to recall that off the top of my head, although I did watch the game. This is one of the games I didn't watch the highlights of, because I did watch the game. I'm sitting trying to pull it back in my head now.
Well, see what you do. Can I just ask you, because at 1-1 there was obviously a penalty shout for Motherwell.
Yeah.
So I just want to go around Oyers very, very briefly. Was it a penalty or not? Because we're going to tie in, because I think it ties in perfectly with a penalty that was later given in the game. So Dev, was that a penalty in your opinion?
Yeah, I think it was. It was minimal contact.
By the way.
It was minimal contact for Ayer, but because he was wrong side and he did make contact with the player, I think it should have been a penalty.
I'm 100% agreeing with him. I ken it's soft and people can say that, but the guy still makes contact with the Motherwell player. Should have been a penalty out 1-1 for Motherwell, so they can feel hard done with there. Gogs?
Yeah, I felt like at the time it was a penalty, but the thing is, just after that foul, Long got back up and fouled the Celtic boy. And the thing is, if there's consistency at all, that foul that he committed wasn't even as bad as the one that he just received like 10 seconds before. So that the play should have been resumed, really.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So if he's not blown for your penalty, shouldn't he be blown for that foul?
No, exactly.
I get you, mate. Ryan, what was your thought, mate?
I actually agree that it should have been a penalty. I remember sitting there watching at the time, and I said to myself,
I gave away.
I remember sitting there saying, well, we're lucky. That's the only thing I can remember turning around and saying. It was pretty much what Div says, there is contact, and yes, it's not, it's not a crunching tackle or anything like that, but it's enough for a penalty, and probably Motherwell fans rightly feel hard done by with the decision. But I'm not in the SFA, so I don't have any,
Well, not officially. That's not maybe one day that will come out. But as Motherwell said, Celtic kind of took the game after the third goal went in. It was just Motherwell just absolutely just self-imploded. But they had a lot of opportunities and a lot of chances. I thought Scott Brown gave it away quite a lot at the edge of his box. That gave Motherwell a couple of opportunities to run in. And I think they've only got themselves to blame, if I'm honest. They really gave themselves a good goal, but it's some horrific defending. Some poor.
I think Robinson will be disappointed in his team, to be honest, because they started off like amazing. I think they had all possession the first 15 minutes. They got a goal, and instead of responding the right way, kind of becoming a wee bit more compact and because they started with a high press against Celtic, which worked really well, as you were saying, which was forcing guys like Brown, as you were saying, to give the ball away. And if they just sat in a little bit more and absorbed a bit of pressure off Celtic for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, maybe try to go into the break at 1-0, maybe even 1 each, then they could have come out in the second half with a bit of energy. But fitness absolutely killed them because they were chasing it after 1-0, and then obviously Griffiths gets a goal, that killed them. And I thought in the second half it was just all Celtic. I didn't see any sort of good build-up play at all from Motherwell, and they just looked like they'd accepted it. Do you know what I'm saying? And what actually was weird for me, I know this boy Donnelly's now scored 6 goals in 5, and he scored 2 goals against Celtic. Some might look at that as a positive, right? But see, if you flip it, he was involved in 3 Celtic's goals as well.
He was beat every time.
Dreadful, absolutely dreadful in terms of that. I mean, he gives away the free kick for the Griffiths goal. He's one of the 2, him and Dunn, for the second goal. Did they not? I'm pretty sure it was him. It was Gallagher. Right, well, 2 goals, and then he gives the ball away in the second half, and this goes right into the back of the player and gives it away dreadfully. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can flip it both ways with that boy. You can look at it for both ways. It was just one of the weirdest, worst 2 goals performances I've ever seen in my life. You know what I mean?
I want to say one other thing about because we're talking about mistakes. I thought Scott Bain also was quite poor for the first goal. By the way, I think
I agree with that.
Post. I mean, that wasn't a hit with that wasn't a venomous top bin. That should have been saved. His position was awful. The free kick, like what you said, on the Motherwell Gillespie should be shot for no saving that. I mean, it's literally right to him as well. But again, I just want to rebound it just so it's all kind of like fair. Now, I think the penalty that Celtic later got on in the match, no, the handball, for me, that's not a penalty. But the one where, I think it was a word that got took down inside the box, that one was a penalty as well.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I would actually agree with the statements. I mean, the handball is what it is.
It's just where is he supposed to shove it up his arse?
The only comments I've really got in this game, because I believe it's quite it's pretty much echoing a lot of what happened last week for Celtic. You know, we go out, scored the goals, we got an emphatic win. There's a lot of positives there. The main thing for me is it's very, it's satisfying to see a Celtic side go out, which was far from its best. We were playing Ayer at right back, for example. Beton still
impressive for me.
I think he was your man of the match as well, Ayer. I thought he was.
That's what I thought he was your man of the match as well. But Ayer playing at right back, we have Beton still in at centre back. Going forward, you still don't have in the middle and such. You still kind of, try to balance. It's a very busy time of year. You've got a qualifier, then you've got a league game, a qualifier, league game, cup game, league game, qualifier. You've got all these games. You know the exact same feeling. It's very satisfying to see a Celtic team have a bit of,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bit of depth there. The team look confident, and that's 12 goals in the 2 opening games. So it's setting up things nicely for Celtic, and it's a good start, and hopefully we carry on heading into the big games. Starting with yours, of course.
Hopefully you don't.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Hopefully you don't. But the only thing I was going to say from another perspective is I was actually quite pleased, maybe as a neutral, just how much Motherwell was able to go at the Celtic defence just a little bit, even for the majority of the game. And I was quite because St Johnstone never got a sniff on you. Let's be brutally fair with that one, but at least it shows the defence is still up for question. And again, Bain, I get slaughtered for saying it every time. I'm still not sold on him.
Thought of the weekend, Bain. I'm a fan of Bain, but
he's good at man.
After the weekend, I said I did say it, but I have been saying for a while we can definitely get a better keeper. I do like Scott Bain. I don't think he is anything special though. And the weekend, that first goal, I did remember I turned into my dad and I said to him, I was like, he should be doing better for that first goal. I do like him, and I've not got a problem being first team keeper, but there definitely could be improvement in there sometime. But other areas to focus on first before we even start discussing signing a new goalkeeper.
Perfect. And Goggsy, just wrap up the Motherwell side of things, just to wrap up so we can move on. How are you feeling in the season? 2 games gone?
Well, we're 1 point better than we have been at this stage the last 2 seasons. So that's a positive.
I love Goggsy. Oh, he's good, isn't he?
Well,
so nice.
But I'm a bit more confident than I was the last 2 seasons. I think because we took the game to Celtic in the first half, and not many teams do. So I think there's more positives than negatives. And let's be honest. At least the game was on grass this week, and there was actually a decent game for the neutral to watch.
That's
Until it got to 4 or 5-1, but
Expect more of it. Expect more of it.
Right, let's move away from them for a moment. Then I'll give it to yourself, Div. Then I'll pick the next game. So, which game would you like to speak about next, mate?
Right, we'll save the big one then. We'll save the big one. We'll go we'll go for St Johnstone versus Livingston.
Nice, good game.
Surprisingly, a good game. I actually caught the full second half. It was probably the most miserable 45 minutes of my life. Not gonna lie. Wasn't great. It wasn't great at all. Obviously, Livingston take the lead. They go 2-0 up. Couple of great strikes. St Johnstone looking like relegation fodder, I think, by that point. But the way that they bounced back, and this was the half that I saw, they dominated the second half. And it was who was it? Keegan James. He was the one that kind of did a bad back pass, and O'Halloran gets onto it, gives it to Mr. Kennedy. Kennedy. He puts it in the net, and from there, St Johnstone did have a host of chances. They get themselves back into it 2-0, and then Ryan's disappeared.
Ryan's crashed out.
I think his mattress has arrived. And then Livingston actually get a penalty.
Yeah,
and
late in the game.
It was dreadful defending for Foster again. He gets wrong side, like similar instance that we've spoken about, and it's just the one bit of contact. He goes down.
100%.
But the big man steps up. Dreadful. Xander Clark kind of redeeming himself with that save, turning their season on their head. Because if they went and got another defeat there, then they would have went into the next match still with that negativity. Aye, nobody cares. See you later. Good on, Rido. What happened, mate? Is that your mattress delivery there?
That was the mattress delivery, yes. That was bringing it back. Don't worry, next week the mattress will be back this time. Full force.
I just want to say about the game in that as well. I thought Livingston, like you said, it was a game of kind of two halves, as cliche as that is. I thought Livingston should have been far away in the first half. St Johnstone fought back, and I thought Kennedy, who we kind of speak about every single week for St Johnstone, he was once again one of their best players. Even his goal, it wasn't necessarily just a tap-in, because not only did he have the composure to take a touch, but he also had another composure to then fake shot it to get the defender out the way, then tap it in. That's something you can't really teach. I think 2-0 down when you've just been beat 7-0 the week before, you might just smash that and try and score it. But he showed he's got a bit of skill, composure with that one. I like Pittman still for Livingston. I think he's a very, very underrated player, a very hard-working player. But Livingston, once again, they'll be shooting themselves just like last week, but they never won. I mean, they should be sitting. They really should be sitting here with 6 points.
I know this is a team who, going into the season, I really was worried for Livingston, and with their performances, they've been proving that they actually don't really need to be worried about if they can just take advantage of these chances. And
that's the flip side, isn't it?
As you said, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot. They're going to look back on two of these games and imagine it's going to happen throughout the season, and they're going to think to themselves, well, we won't be. They could be in a relegation situation, and they'll be thinking to themselves, if we got those 5 points or whatever they threw away. So 6, but it's madness how much that this even these 2 games can affect him, because you saw how tight it was down the bottom last year between the likes of Dundee and such. It could happen again, and they could be part of it, and they will be regretting no taking the chances.
Yeah,
I think perfect. Yeah,
I think Livingston might need to try and go out there and get themselves a striker or something, get somebody on loan, because the boy Dykes that was playing up front, I'd never heard of him before. I'm not going to lie, so I gave him a quick wee Google search. He was on Queen of the South. He was at Queen of the South on loan last year. He scored 2 goals in 36 appearances in the Championship. So I don't think that's the answer that you're needing in the top flight, and he wasn't great. So I think Livy need to go out there, get a wee loan signing in, or a free transfer or something like that to try and get those goals, because they can't always rely on their midfielders who are really good players.
And not only that, but they're set pieces as well, because last season, who would have stepped up to take that? It'd have been Hockett. Now he's gone. His penalty record and set piece record was won them so many games last year, but he's away now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They need to replace that quality, because he left for nothing. So did Kelly, so did Menga.
It's a familiar story around the league when it comes to these bottom teams. They find one standout player, then they get swept up by a bigger team, whether it's up here or down south, and then if they don't replace their players, they're gone. Look at Dundee United. Look at everybody. That's the main one. It comes to Dundee United, a prime example. But it happens every year. Somebody loses a big player, and then they struggle. So
yeah. Do you know the thing with St Johnstone as well that's absolutely mental? Tommy Wright's been in charge of them for a good few years now, like 5 or so years. and he always seems to get results. So although they were getting pummeled last week after Celtic, you always kind of thought they would find a bit of form like they always have.
Manager, I like.
Aye, and you know something that's absolutely mental, right? We fact for yous coming in hot.
Oh,
right. Tommy Wright, since taking charge of St Johnstone, he spent £0 in transfers.
Ah, yeah.
You're joking.
That's mental.
I did not know that.
That is crazy. He's literally every single signing has been a free transfer or a loan deal. What is Scottish football? You know what I mean?
Fair play.
That is, and I mean, and it's not even like every year they've been struggling. Solid season sometimes.
They broke their top flight record. Remember for the consecutive ones, what they won 8 in a row or something like that last season.
Last season.
Right, that's madness. Did not know that. Thank you for the information.
Right, right. We'll move on from them then and talk about the next game, and I'm going to take the 0-0. Which I can't believe still a 0-0, if I'm honest with you. Because if you saw this game of football, that should have been about 6-4 to Ross County. I mean, what a game of football that was. Just in case you don't know, it finished Hearts 0, Ross County 0. But I can honestly tell you, go watch the highlights. Ross County, chance after chance after chance after chance. It was frightening. I mean, hit the post 3 times alone in the second half. Not only that, they missed a late penalty, hit the left post, and for the rebound, hit the same post. That's when you're no scoring. They should have just gave up then.
It's like one of the nightmare FIFA scenarios that you see just trending on Twitter, and it was just not going to happen for them.
It's pure scripting against.
Aye.
Because the way the game started, I actually thought it was quite an exciting game because both teams were going at it. Hearts had a couple of chances, couple of headers, Ross County. But in the second half, I don't know what happened to Hearts. They folded like a deck chair, and they just bent air for Ross County. And Big Gardner, who we talked up last week, had a really off game because he could have had a hat trick. So I was really, really disappointed with their finishing. But once again, Ross County stepping up just like last week. Looked like the better team there. That's frightening.
I think Ross County should have took the victory, man. Better finishing, as he says there, then they would have been winners in that game. And Hearts actually get booed off at the end of 90 minutes. So that just goes to show how good and how dominated that they were. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we've got actually a lot of feedback from regular viewers. Thank you so much for this, by the way. So a lot of people that I recognise have been firing on Twitter to ask everyone's opinion on whether or not Hart should finally sack Craig Levein. So I just want to give it. I know it's only 2 games gone, but we spoke about this for the majority of last year. They're at it again. So round the board, Goggsy, should Hart sack Craig Levein?
Yes, but they won't.
Perfect.
It's a Mike Ashley situation.
Yeah, for Newcastle, that's right. They need to get rid, but they can't. Ryan?
I said it straight after the cup final last season. I think he should be gone. But as Coxie said, it's probably not going to happen.
Daniel?
Last season, I says that he should stay, but I'm going to say that he should go because I heard his press match conference. He was talking about how they were constantly hitting it long to Uche, right? Because they didn't want to make a mistake. And I don't think he should be doing that in a Ross, like playing against Ross County. Do you know what I'm saying? He should know what he's doing and he should be going out there and he should be beating Ross County, quite frankly. So I think time should probably be up for him.
And me personally, I was kind of the same boat as you last year. I think give him a chance to go to your final. Before all the injuries, he had them flying high. But there's just this poisonous atmosphere there now with Hibs. Hearts, sorry, and you can hear it in the stand. Even when they're trying to do passing, there's booing. I think that's one of the cases where they've reached a certain point where he just needs to go just to save like the atmosphere in the club because it's so poisonous now. And it's
it's why these scenarios, you look, it happens in teams everywhere. It happened in Manchester United. You look at somebody as talented as Jose Mourinho, he had to go because of what was happening around the club. And there's no positivity. There's no positivity. There's no positivity on or off the park right now for Hearts. And I feel bad for the fans sometimes, because if you do not have a plan to go and play, I don't really, but I just. You're going out against Ross County, and that's your tactic. That is your game. You're watching them hit long balls to it. It's not what you're paying to watch. Well, not what I'd want to pay to watch anyway.
And one other thing that we need to talk about, one of the biggest talking points that's kind of made Scottish football famous this week, is the Hearts pitch.
Oh my God.
2 games in, have you seen the state of that shower of shite?
What has happened there? How?
They've allowed a concert.
Because of the festival.
Yeah, they allowed a concert to be on the park before this, 3 days before the start of the season, and it's ruined the grass and park.
Killed the grass.
After spending, what was that, £1 million or something like that they reportedly spent on the new pitch, and then 3 days before the new season, they sold their arse for a concert.
Are they dumb?
I just didn't understand it. I didn't understand why on earth would you ever do that.
Sounds like a Craig Levein decision, man.
Probably just a wee bit of moolah. That's probably what's paid for Naismiths. Hang it right enough. These
The
concerts. But honestly, the pitch is absolutely stinking. It's just embarrassing because now we've got all these English accounts retweeting and just laughing at Scottish football again. It's like, fuck's sake. Just go away, man. Stop giving them more ammunition to laugh at us. I mean, tidy that shit up. And they're not going to fix it. That's the way it's going to be, by the way. I don't know if you've seen, there's nothing they can do because the way they're going to let it run like that.
Started.
How are they even going to, what are they going to do? Because the grass is dead. It literally looked like half of the pitch was like this beautiful like green pitch and the other half was a kid's play park. Do you know what I mean? You know how they
it takes me back to a day when First Park used to be horrible, and it takes me back to there. And I thought we passed that phase. I thought we got our act together, but Hearts.
Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Apparently, to answer your question, they're going to try and work on it more during the winter break because they have 3 weeks, but that's never getting saved in 3 or 4 weeks.
No.
That needs a lot.
And especially that time of year, no, not a chance.
No, winter break's donkeys for now.
No. So I'm not looking forward to playing at Tynecastle at all. Especially teams that play football. You know what I mean? Play it across the ground. No wonder they're popping up at the park. We'll move on from there. That's just embarrassing. They need to get fixed. That, and for me, I agree with the majority of the Hearts fans. They need to do something about the manager to get some positivity about that club because they've got good players. We spoke about that.
Yeah.
But it's just toxic. You can feel it.
They had one of the most impressive transfer windows, in my opinion.
And that is why I predicted them for third in the table, and now I deeply regret that.
But also,
third, Ryan? That's quite harsh on Celtic.
There we go. That's it. Next week, no happening.
But they also done really well against Aberdeen the week before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe it was just maybe it's just the tactics, and Levein needs to just stop being a 4-6-0 shite bag.
I mean, that's been said for about 15 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, we'll move on to the next game, and Ryan, it's actually back to yourself, mate.
Oh, back to me. What am I left with? Let's see.
I wonder what you're left with.
Oh, let's see what I'm left with. Let me have a wee look because I know one of the games I'm left with. Let's see. Celtic Hearts. It's been done.
Sorry, actually.
That's not what I asked next week.
No, sorry, Ryan. Aye, Div, it's back to you. Sorry, mate.
What we left with then?
You've got
I'm going to go for, as I was just talking about the Aberdeen game, I'm going to go for St Mirren versus Aberdeen. What a shock. Do you know what I mean? And I spoke about the boy Dunmas last week, and he gets the goal, so he might just be one to look out for. And they had an audacious overhead kick attempt as well. The big annoyance probably for a lot of us fantasy league players is that Cosgrove wasn't playing.
Bastard.
He was in my team. No, Cosgrove. No, it wasn't. They got battered. It's just because of that.
They played the up front.
Aye. Curtis Main was up front. Do you know what I'm saying? So what chance?
Number 9. Imagine that being your number 9 signing, and they wonder why they're struggling.
Aye, bin him the new.
I second that.
I also just want to give a lot of credit to St Mirren because we spoke them up last week and said how well they played against Hibs and the way they went after them. And I spoke about that in my prediction video. The wing position for St Mirren is really good this year. And again, as much as everyone's going to sort of lambast Aberdeen and laugh at them, St Mirren, for the majority of that game, played them off the park. They sort of struggled. Maybe the last 20 minutes, the mere pressure built on them. But you've got to give them a lot of credit. A lot of young boys, a lot of young players in that team that's been buried in. And they're just playing absolutely fearless. That's my biggest note. I went, St Mirren utterly fearless in that game versus Aberdeen. That's brilliant. Well played for them.
Package of the season so far with their performances against Hibs and now Aberdeen. Maybe just proving the majority of us wrong because I predicted them bottom for the table and I know. I mean, you know, it's a solid performance and they were well deserving of the win. And sometimes I know we like to laugh at the bigger sides when they lose these games, but all credit to St Mirren, they were the better team.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I'm not even going to go in it because, yes, it's funny to laugh at Aberdeen when they struggle like that. It's because of how much they talk. But at the same time, St Mirren, you've got to give all the credit to. We're not a match of the day that's always going to just say Everton because they bet Man United 4-0 and just focus on United. St Mirren were class. And I thought he's McGuinness. Is that how you pronounce him? The guy with the captain's armband who assisted the first goal. He was brilliant all day. Like, every time he got the ball, he slowed it right down. He didn't panic, switching it from left to right. I think he played every position for St Mirren. That's what it looked like. And he was a real standout for the overall week. No spoiling anything later on, but I thought he was outstanding.
Definitely. And before you let Ryan pick the last game. We'll do a wee shout out for the Fantasy League, because obviously, guys, we've got the Fantasy League up and going. As for, we've not made the top 50, so we're just going to leave that there.
Talk about it.
CJ doesn't even want to talk about it because he started the week on minus 17 points.
Yeah.
How's that possible? Could you elaborate, CJ?
All right, lads. So because I finished last week, I went, you know what? I'm going to pick all the players that are single to it before the season. I'm going to do my wild card. If you play Fantasy League, that means once a season, you get to take all your players out and you get unlimited transfers. So I played it, made loads of changes. And if you look at it, it all worked well. I got like 48 points this week. Killed it this week. But I came back to it. And there was a wee problem with the app. It glitched my wild card. Forgot that I used it. But also, it no longer allows me to use it or do transfers. Yep. So yeah, the app took 17 points off me. I've contacted the people that make the app and they basically just went, make a new account.
Yep.
Thanks for that, mate. So I can't make any transfers, can't do nothing. I'm stuck with the same 11 for the rest of the season. I'm going to be winning this one, aren't I?
Well, do you know what? Excuses, because we know you're going
to Ryan, you're a 100 and setting
right,
in the table.
Right,
all right?
I know.
You're in their position.
I know I'm in their position, but
you haven't even had any glitches, mate.
I make no excuses. When I sign up for fantasy football, I know I'm going to be one of the ones at the bottom. It never goes well for me.
Right.
I can deal with that reality.
Shout out to the top 3 in the league, though. We've got Shane. His team's got Lenny's at the wheel.
Oh,
bad name. He's on 139 points. In second place, we've got McCoist's Muppets, Ross Hodgson. That's his team.
I'm not sure.
With 140 points.
Ooh.
And then this guy, Craig McConnell, who leads it, backing up his name, Bayern Never Losing, is on 161.5 points. I don't even know. His must have got... I think he's got your points, bro. I think
he's got my points.
A lot of people can do it.
That's my 60 points, bastard still.
Aye.
Aye, that's brutal. Aye, so for people just asking, I lost 30, was it 32 points? Because I lost my 26.
26 and then an extra.
And then an extra 17, so... The comeback kings. You wait to see. I can't make any changes apart from... This is who I'm rocking with all season long, so look at it. That's who we've got. So, wish me luck, boys. The comeback's on. Right, but let's get down to the last game then, Ryan. 118. We picked probably the best game for last, and again, you can't for this. So.
I would like to formally pass my pick on to Goggsy.
Sorry, mate. Goggsy's internet's crashed again. As you can see, he's not moved for 8 minutes.
Goggsy's not even moved, aye.
So, Ryan, on you go, mate. What's the last game we're going to speak
about? I hate you all. The last game we're going to speak about is the glorious Hibernian and their triumphant defeat to Rangers.
Glorious.
What was the score?
The score finished Rangers 6, Hibernian 1.
What was that?
Rangers 6, Hibernian 1.
Glorious.
We'll just end it there. I could happily leave the stream right now if you want me.
That's a lot of goals, that.
Right, break it down for us then, Ryan. Let's see you've been doing your notes.
I mean, what is there to say? Rangers, pretty much everything that I said about Celtic down to St Johnstone last week, manhandling, happened to Hibs this week at Ibrox. That's pretty much where I'm just going to leave it. I mean, that's... So I have to say, CJ would like to take the floor here. Yous really are the ones to speak to. Because I mean, it doesn't change my life. We're still top of the table. I'm on goal difference. We're still above you.
Behave yourself.
So, hey, stop making it bias. Hey,
right.
Stop making excuses. I thought you don't make excuses.
I don't make excuses. I
never
make excuses.
Who scored the goals for us, Ryan?
Well, we had 3 by Defoe.
3. So a hat-trick hero.
Hat-trick for Defoe.
He's finished.
Ryan, sorry, it's a perfect hat-trick, mate, just to give you the update on it.
Just like the perfect hat-trick that Dembele scored a few years ago.
Him left at first choice asking, like, look, your players.
Which was a few seasons ago, not now.
I know.
There's a wee better running theme. Can I just ask you, Ryan, every single time a player gets talked up, as soon as the first offer or even the manager comes, they're off, aren't they? I mean, they've not even rejected one team.
I think you'll find Dembele rejected Brighton on the Christmas Day of 2017.
Okay, right. Right, carry on, mate, with the rest of this.
I can't remember off the top of my head. All I know is Defoe got 3, Morelos got 2. I don't know who got the other, and I couldn't tell you.
Right, Devan, you want to give us a proper breakdown? Because the people's already heard my say, so enjoy yourself, mate.
It was exact. We were due pumping them, and it was great.
Mm-hmm.
We scored 2 quick-fire goals. Jordan Jones, gets the nod. Do you know what I'm saying? He gets the nod, comes in, does exceptional, especially for the second goal. He just leaves Stephen Whittaker back in 2009. Do you know what I mean? When he was good. And he puts it on a plate for Ojo, who then gets the assist. And that's what people overlook a lot. They look at the goals and they'll look at the assists, but they don't see sometimes who makes the assist.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that's when a lot of people, they look at Ryan Kent, for example, and they say he's getting the end product, but he made a lot of the goals just by single-handedly doing what Jones done yesterday. Mm-hmm. So we're 2-0, strolling. Defoe, I think Defoe 5 years ago, they probably scored 9 goals in this game, and I'm not even lying. There was that many chances. But I've got to give credit where credit's due. Scott Allen's pass was just picked for the gods. It was a beautiful pass. It broke the midfield and their defence. And Hogan goes in, and it's a great finish. Mm-hmm. From there, I think Hibs kind of held their own in a sense without doing much into half-time. And when we came back out, that's when they really had their first sustained piece of pressure for the first 5 minutes. Yep. But then, as that died down, Rangers get back into the game. And it's very, very, very silly for their left-back. I mean, the first tackle was a dreadful tackle on Ojo with the yellow card. Yep. And then the second yellow's daft. You're just getting back into the game. Why are you doing that? Mm-hmm. And for there on out, it could have been 10 goals to Rangers with better finishing, and it finishes with 6. And it was class. It was great to see Morelos get a wee break and Defoe come off basically for the bench the week before and get himself a hat-trick. Do you know what I'm saying? And Morelos comes on and gets 2. It was great. It was brilliant all round. It's hard to give a man of the match. You've probably got to lean towards Defoe. But I think behind him, I thought Jordan Jones, for me, was absolutely exceptional. And the fall of the midfield, especially Jack, I would say today, and that game was class. So, brilliant.
Goggsy, what was your thoughts from the outside then?
I thought Rangers were doing what I expected them to do. I thought because they've made Ibrox their own, like the last season or so, and I'm not actually surprised they put 6 past Hibs. And as you said,
you saw it first hand, 7 last year.
Thanks, yeah, but
I wasn't even meaning that as a dig. I loved it. We went thanks and just carried on. No, but I was just meaning like it's happened last season as well.
No, I know. Rangers are rampant at home, so
love it.
Can I move on, please?
I agree. Fantastic.
Nobody wants to talk about the Rangers, do they? Never.
No, but I do. I was very impressed as well. I think that was Ryan Jack's best performance, and I really loved the fact that Durante was on commentary because like he continually kept picking him out and speaking about him, because sometimes the dirty side of the game gets overlooked because everyone wants to talk about the step overs, the first touches, the back keels, but then not everyone always wants to pick out who's running 50 yards behind, winning the ball and taking us forward. But he done that, and I thought Jack was outstanding in the game as well. But also, who else was outstanding was the Hibs goalkeeper. And I don't know why he's getting slaughtered so much. Like, I've seen some Hibs fans in the fan recap yesterday saying, "Oh, Rocky gave you like 3 goals." They call him that because his last name's Marciano. I was like, he really kept that. What was it? 19 shots on target, so he made about 13 saves in the game. So we scored 6. That's a frightening performance for the big man, and it genuinely should have been, like what you said, 10 or 11. Honestly.
Can I just add one more thing?
Yeah, mate.
Stephen Davis assist on Defoe's header.
Oh my god!
I thought that was superb. I thought it was a great play by the midfielder.
That was dirty, honestly.
What I said in the recap earlier as well, see when Scott Allen came off, I thought Davis was allowed like more creativity and go forward more, and that's why he got that goal. And you can just see, even as a wee throwback to what Davis used to do, he still got it. That was absolutely beautiful, because his job for the majority of that was just to sit on Allen. As soon as Allen came on, Davis just took over the game, and that assist was, like Goggsy says, was absolutely beautiful. And we Buffalo and everything like that, he only comes on for 20 minutes and he's bagged 2. Could have had a hat trick if Stuart passed it to him. That'd be beautiful as well. So it's also the second time, by the way, that so far this season that a Rangers striker has scored a hat trick, been subbed off, and another striker's came on and scored 2 goals. So
that's brilliant.
That's quite impressive. And this week alone, Rangers have scored 12 goals by 7 different goal scorers.
You're right, Ryan.
That's sick. That's sick. What were you saying, Goggsy?
You're right, Ryan. Who's going, Ryan?
I'm fine. I'm fine. as I said, still top of the league on goal difference. So,
right, as a pundit or actually on the show, no just a dipshit fan, Ryan, what do you think of it from the Hibs perspective then?
Oh no, there's a lot of questions to be asked. The Rangers just completely dominant, and as you've said, that the 10, 11 goals, it is worrying for Hibs because you're looking at the start to a fresh season. You should be able to go somewhere, and obviously on both sides it works. Rangers want to start their first game at Ibrox with a big top performance, but Hibs are a top half team. They should not be going anywhere in the league and conceding 6 goals, no matter if it's Celtic or Rangers. And they've went there and lost terribly, and it's embarrassing for them. It's humiliating, and they've got a lot of pulling back to do now. Rangers, though, Ibrox is going to be one, massive part of their season, because that is where they're going to ultimately, get the majority of their points. It's away from home that yourselves, Div and CJ, that lets you down. So this year, maybe, if he's patched that up, we're going to see a closer season. But right now, both teams at the top of the table starting off with rampant results. And Hibs, though, they've got to sort things out.
Just sort of tailing off what you just said there's already only 2 teams with 100% win ratio after 2 weeks. That's Rangers and Celtic.
No, it's always going to be a 2-horse race.
It's mental, isn't it? Even after 2 weeks, teams are already drawn points. I think Ross County's in 3rd with 4 points.
That's right.
And that's mental. It's only 2 teams already after 2 weeks. There's a 100% win ratio. So it's going to be an exciting season. And there's no just beating teams, they're slaughtering teams. It's going to be very, very exciting. I know there was a difficult test versus Kilmarnock, but they sat back for the majority of that game. I mean, they were anti-football to the max, but for me, I can't wait. And it's just getting better and better as the season goes on. Rangers looks like a different animal, and it's very nice to see.
Yeah, we're playing completely different as well, which is a joy to watch.
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
Something that Gerrard continually said when he walked in, he wants Rangers to be ruthless. When they go 1 or 2-0 up to keep hunting, you're seeing it. That's a year's work.
I know.
And you're seeing the pains at the end. So, yeah, I'm delighted with that. Hibs, though, apart from like a 12-minute spell, like what Div says, looked like just... They were scared.
I said it straight away, mate, right? Before kick-off, I just looked at the Hibs players and I was like, we're going to batter them because they looked like they were shiting themselves.
Yeah,
and I've not seen that for a Hibs team in years.
No.
And it's weird because Hibs, over the last couple of seasons, have went to Ibrox and got a few results.
Well, we only bet them once last year. For the entire year.
Hibs never really... And maybe it's just a different attitude, different atmosphere with the new manager or such, but
maybe mindset as well.
It's a lot of things can change in players' minds and coaches' minds. You really can't pinpoint things, but on the park they looked a shadow of what they usually do. And I mean, it makes me, because they were the top team for challenging us over the last 2 or 3 years. Every time we played them, they were playing us off the park at points. This year, judging off that, I don't see that happening, but only time can tell.
There's a lot of pressure on Scott Allen's shoulders to stay fit and healthy, because if he drops out that team permanently, they're in deep troubles. But Marlon's a good wee player on that as well. The last thing I want to say as well, actually, what was what my notes? We were moving to the players of the week. Sorry, that's it. That's we've got 5 players of the week. And the last thing we'll say about the game, just to wrap up, Beaton's performance was dog shit. Can we all talk about that?
That was mad. I think Nikola Katic's yellow card, what was that all about?
Yeah, like...
Come on, boys. He's won 6-1.
No, but I just want to say a little comparison. We watched European football with a referee that allowed the game to go and controlled the game, like an actual referee that controlled the game, set out rules, and the players respected it. Within the first 23 minutes, there was 5 yellow cards. By Rangers, Hibs, like every second, so that was poor, but we'll move on from there and we'll go to the 5 players of the week. I was actually trying to kill a wee bit of time just in case Goggsy hadn't done it again this week, but I think he has. So
no, I was ready from the get-go.
Oh mate, I love that. Right, give us a... So remember, we're not building a 5-a-side team, we're going 5.
No, right. So
start from your 5th to number 1. So
okay, so 5th, I'm going to go with... I'm just putting in Stephen Davis here because of his assist. Because I was that impressed with him. 4th, I'm actually going for Lewis Smith of Hamilton Accies. Very good. Who made his boyhood club debut, got a goal, and he also put in the shot for the 2nd goal as well. 3rd, I'm actually going to go with one of my own, Liam Donnelly, because I thought he was fantastic, apart from the penalty he gave away. 2nd, I'm going for Christopher Ayer, because the boy was solid pretty much all game. And 1st, I'm going Jermaine Defoe for his hat-trick.
Yeah, I mean that's fair indeed. Ryan, over to you, mate.
From 5 to 1, I am going for Liam Smith from Hamilton. That already been said.
Well,
Four, surprisingly, and probably not a lot of you will agree, I'm going to go for Xander Clark, just for the heroics towards the end of the game and such. Number 3, I'm going for Morelos, just for the 2 goals.
Wow.
Surprising. Number 2, I'm going for Chrissy Ayer, because it's Chrissy Ayer. And you're looking at the best defender in the league in him. And at number 1, I am going for the hat-trick hero. I done a hat-trick hero last week, so hat-trick hero this week, Jermaine Defoe.
Perfect. Showing the age is just a number with Jermaine Defoe. He's just vintage, isn't he? Beautiful, perfect.
Yes, indeed.
Sharp Div.
Number 5 as well. I'm going to agree with Ryan. I'm going with Xander Clark just for that penalty save as well. He looked like he was kind of he made some good saves in the 90 as well, and could turn their season there away from negativity to positivity with that big save. Number 4, I'm going with Jordan Jones. I thought he was exceptional, start to finish. Number 3, I'm going with Chrissy Ayer, because as Goggsy and Ryan's have said as well, he had a strong performance. There wasn't a lot, I thought, that he could have picked out for that game. And number 2, I'm going with Lewis Smith, Ryan, no Liam Smith. I'm going with Lewis Smith.
Did I get the name wrong?
Just bring in.
See, the thing is, I've actually got Lewis wrote down as well. I actually have Lewis wrote down.
You just can't read. You just can't read.
Lewis wrote down, and for some reason I said Liam. I don't know why I done it.
The specs are fake. Like Harry
Poor for you.
Glasses. They've not got glasses in them.
So yeah, we Lewis Smith, I thought, just taking into account all the circumstances, you're playing against a team that obviously finished high last year, pushed now, like, but he came in, done brilliant, and then as well, Defoe, absolutely class. So it's got to be him.
Perfect.
It's number 1.
So with my 5, as always, I like to just kind of do things a wee bit differently and try and, because I kind of expected certain names. So at number 5, believe it or not, even though they go beat 2-0, I put actually Chris Burke, because I put it should have had 5 assists in the game. Honestly, I know.
That's stinking for you.
I know, but I just wanted to make it a wee bit different. Like, he should have had 5 assists. Like, Brobe should have scored 2, Broadfield 2, so I went with him. Number 4, I went with McGuinness with St Mirren, because I was very, very impressed with performance.
Yeah, he was good.
He was outstanding. Number 3, I went with, I'm trying to think of another name that begins with L, but I've got nothing, so I'm just going to call him Levandro Smith for Hamilton. Did you see his performance? What a performance for the young Italian right back. Got a goal and an assist. So obviously, Lewis. Number 2, I went with Ryan Jack's performance, because I thought it was his best performance in a Rangers shirt. And number 1, as always, is going to be the hat-trick hero. He scored a hat-trick, you're going to be number 1. That's Jermaine frickin' Defoe. My other one, by the way, I kind of swapped it because I knew everyone was going to say Iron. I just wanted to make it different. He was number 5 on my list as well. And the only reason he was so low is because he gave away the penalty as well, or should have given away the penalty.
Right, so it's a predictions time for next week, ending off the episode.
Yeah, you need a shite again, eh?
Well, do you know what? This week I'm not as desperate, although I do feel one brewing inside me. But we'll get to that. But it's time for predictions. Last week, if we look at the predictions, no one got a correct scoreline. Celtic Motherwell. I mean, that was the closest for a 4-0. St Johnstone Livy ended 2-0.
You get half a point for getting the result right.
So basically, Motherwell and Celtic, it was only me and Goggsy that predicted Celtic would win the game.
Yes.
St Johnstone Livingston, it was me and Div who predicted there would be a draw. Hamilton and Kilmarnock, everybody predicted Kilmarnock to win, so no one got that correct. Hearts and Ross County is CJ and Goggsy who predicted draws there. Rangers and Hibs, everybody but myself getting half a point. And St Mirren, Aberdeen, no one predicting a St Mirren win there. So, I think it was quite close. Celtic and Hearts then is the first game for next weekend. I will kick us off.
Can we not go with the Betfred Cup? Because we all have representatives in the Betfred Cup this week.
Betfred Cup or league games? What do you think, lads?
I've got league games.
League games.
We'll have a show next week. So
yeah, but we didn't predict that. We're not going to keep that as a score. So
all right, okay.
As like 60 games as well. Do you know what I mean?
Right. So first game, Celtic against Hearts at Celtic Park. I am going to go with a 4-0 Celtic win, continuing the class form right now. CJ.
Is it, like, this game sounds silly, is it an early kickoff?
Early kickoff.
So, because you are playing in Europe on the Thursday, didn't you? Wednesday?
Oh, no, it's not an early kickoff, so it's a 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock.
Right, okay. Bastard.
3 o'clock Saturday. Well,
3-0 Celtic.
3-0
Might have
Celtic.
got you a bit cold. They do that, you know what I mean? They play shite,
Aye.
and then they play against yous, and they seem like Kyle Lafferty seems to just score. So maybe
Aye.
they'll sign him. If he signs 2-1 Hearts.
Gogs.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go with 5-0 Celtic. I just don't see. I actually see Celtic may get knocked out by Cluj because I think Cluj might sneak it on Wednesday. So, and you know what happens when Celtic get knocked out of Europe. So I'm gonna just go.
Dev, please say 6-0. It'll be satisfying to look at because we've got CJ 3, me 4, Gogs 5. What's your scoreline?
2-0.
It's not happening. I'm going 3-2 to Celtic.
3-2, okay. Second game of the weekend, we have got Hamilton Academical against Motherwell.
Can I pause for 1 second there, Ryan? See, because we can't read out the comments as well this week because I don't know why YouTube has decided to shut down live comments. Fire your comments in after the video and we'll also count that, and I'll go through the comments all for next week's show, and if anyone gets them right, we'll give you a wee shout. So dive into the comments after the video goes live and I'll give you a wee shout if anyone gets it right as well. Sorry, Ryan, back to you, mate.
Hamilton against Motherwell. Gogs, kick us off.
We can't play in an AstroTurf Park, so we'll get beat 1-0.
Never have faith in your own team. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. CJ?
Score draw, mate, 1 each. I'll go 1 each.
Agreeing with me on that one. And Div?
Yep, agreed. 1-0.
1-0. 3 1-0s. Great creativity there. Hibs against St Johnstone at Easter Road. Will Hibs manage to pull back after a thrashing? Div, kick us off.
Kind of think Hibs will kind of pull back in this. If Scott Allen's fit, I think he'll have enough to create a few chances. Go Hibs 2-0.
Hibs 2-0. CJ?
I'm going to go with a Hibs win with that one, and I'll go a cheeky 1-0.
1-0. I am going to agree with Div and say 2-0 Hibs as well. And Gogs?
I'm going to go 4-1 to Hibs.
Ooh. Smashing of their own. Nice. Kilmarnock, Aberdeen, two sides who haven't started the season particularly well. So, Kilmarnock, will they manage to pick up points at home? I am going to say no. I'm going to say a 1-0 Aberdeen away win. CJ?
I think this game's always getting goals in it, but I don't know why. I'm just going to go against the grain. I'm going to go for a very boring, disappointing, booing 0-0.
There always is one. There's always one. Gogs?
1-0 Aberdeen.
1-0 Aberdeen as well, same as me. And Div, finish us off there.
I think with Cosgrove coming back, Aberdeen will get it. So 2-1 to the Sheep.
2-1 to the Sheep. Nice.
Are you trying to say that Cosgrove's a better striker than Main? Div, is that what you're saying there?
I'm only suggesting it. It's up for debate, you know.
Okay, well, that's a hot topic. We'll come back to that next week. Right, Ryan, continue.
Penultimate game to speak about, Ross County Livingston. This is the one that I think is going to be a 0-0. Despite Ross County starting the season quite well, I am going to say that's my 0-0 of the weekend. CJ?
I'm going to pick this one as the early game of the week, pretty much, apart from obviously the Rangers game. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. Brilliant game of football, I'm expecting. 2-0
draw. Gogs?
3-1 Ross County.
3-1 to Ross County. And Div?
I'm expecting chances in this one, but with Livingston's poor away form, I'm going 3-0 to Ross County.
3-0 Ross County.
Mackay hat-trick?
Yes, hopefully, because I think he's in my fantasy team.
Is he?
No, I don't know. He's not actually.
Finally, last game to speak about. It's your own St Mirren versus Rangers at St Mirren Park. Gogs, kick us off.
It'll be 3-0 Rangers.
3-0 to Rangers. I am going to go for a 2-0 Rangers win on the basis that I think that St Mirren have actually started quite well. So 2-0 instead of a thrashing. Div?
I agree with you, but I'm going 3-0 to Rangers. I think we'll just have too much, but I'm not expecting this to go out in St Mirren just to roll over because they have had a good start of the season. But we'll just have too much though.
And CJ, as you always do.
Perfect. I won't tell you my prediction because you have to find out the day before the game because that's my content. But what I will say is I'm really excited to see how St Mirren play because they've been so fearless. Hibs and then obviously against Aberdeen. So are they going to play the same attacking way versus Rangers at home, or will they revert back to parking the bus? That's going to be real interesting to see what they do there. But yeah, I'm expecting goals, but I'll speak about it the day before once I find out the team news, etc. There we are. Is that us all done and dusty with the
That's
prediction
it.
on?
Finished.
Yeah.
Nice one. So that's actually been a kind of successful show, apart from YouTube closing the comments. Hopefully we'll get that back for next week. I do apologise about that one. But want to tell them where they can find you on the internet, ladies and gentlemen? Start with you, Gogs.
Yes, on YouTube at goggsy99 and on Instagram at goggsysan.
San. Ryan?
Yeah.
If they want to go and subscribe, they know where to find me. Ryan 118, I know no one will. And if they want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, it's at Ryan Stephen F.
Nice, mate. Nice. What's your email address?
That is out of the question.
One time you'll forget and you will answer that. Like...
I will answer with my business email.
And the brother in blue, on you go, mate. Where can they find you?
sharpdiv on YouTube and sharpdiv on Instagram.
Perfect. And as always, I've been Sieging over 992. Thank you so much for watching. I think we hit 33,000 subscribers today, so thank you so much for all the support about that.
Well done.
Oh, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. And so thank you all for the subscriptions. I've been Sieging over 992. That's been the boys. Thank you for watching, and bye. Now this is the awkward part, because not only are you guys still watching me click on the stream, but now that's officially ended now.